Fira. Thank you, Fira. I am sorry for all I have put you through. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Hey, so while we're here, I need to ask you something. Do you know how to cure the Black Scrawl?
そうすんよ。ライザムで。
So, even a king couldn't recover from it.
ああ。で、図式たとだ。
It seems there is no way around it. We'll have to collect the sealed verses after all.
Yeah, it's the only lead we have.
ウィンカレキッソと
Pardon me, but what are the sealed verses?
We came across an old song that says if we find them all, we can cure the Black Scrawl.
And yes, we are well aware that refrains penned by minstrels half in their cups are hardly a reliable source of information.
Hey, I'll believe anything if there's even a sliver of hope it could help me save Yona. And I'll collect verses, orbs, crystals, magic goat meat, whatever.
Please, one moment.
あこちしてすれたいさ。
Can I ask you to visit us again?
そのとだちときて。
Return as
Of
friends?
course.
Just try not to get yourself kidnapped again.
Hell yeah.
タク。うとうちタク。
Dark wall magic. Erect a magical defense barrier. Charged to increase the size of the wall.
I'm worried about Yona. Let's go back.
Oh.
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
Eh? Oh man. Suge. Well, we'll stick to this one. I think it's time to go back.
I suppose rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Oh?
Those rules are important to the masked people.
You don't say.
I do. And I think it's important we respect that.
Well, well. The boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Boy, I'm not a kid, you know.
Hey, less talking, more walking.
Huh? Well then. What is next? There's nothing worse than a sad tree. Oh. Catch the lizard. Oh. I think the lizards and the mouse tails we need to collect for a quest in the future. We need at least 10 of each. Almost certain. Huh? Now what? Da da da. $700. Oh, hell yeah. Fence drop.
Yona,
Oh, hey,
how are you feeling?
better now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, Yona, I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
I hear a voice. I squint. I see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver. His skin is pale. He stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon, his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I can't. Try to leave, but something about this boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S. Then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I'm looking for. The key to saving my sister. stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? Lips move again, faster now. Can't follow them, damn it. I can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead, I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of myth. The next morning.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses. Huh?
Morning.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
Say, next time you go out, could you pick something up for me?
Sure, Yona. What do you need?
A melon.
A melon? You got it.
Don't forget the...
Don't forget the melon.
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
We had farm a melon. Melon farmer. Melon farmer Nier. Growing the biggest melons. The juiciest melons. Fruit.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Here's Popola. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concerning regarding recent events in the Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get you your advice, dream on the matter. Recently there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream of dream, evil dream, empty dream, cursed dream, evil dream.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
Indeed.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, all right.
Thank you. Well then, I suppose. Berries. Now we go this way. Wish I could meet Kinda Lady near me about. I bet she's really nice. I always hear nice things. I wonder if that's what my mom was like. All right. All right, guys. Before we continue this, we're gonna take a 15-minute break and take a, walk around or something. So we will be right back.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
Let's see. Alrighty, here we go. How are you doing, John? What are you up to today? Alright, I hope you're ready to be put to sleep. Because, this area right here is what, this will put you to sleep. It's a tree. Tree with a house.
Beware.
Huh?
Beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words.
Contagious words.
Those who dream.
Oh?
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Weiss's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
I'm Nier, this is Weiss. We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help. The mayor stared at Nier and Weiss.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called Death Dream has spread through the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Nier's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Nier and Rice racked their brains, but could not find no easy solution. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for something in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Nier like a contagion. Wait, said Nier suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Oh, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward in renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep, cried Weiss, suddenly blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Nier's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream, that's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of paper from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Nier. That sounds about right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease. I'm also gonna close that window because it makes loud noises. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect the people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. In the very moment, I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. Paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village is beautiful, he said. He said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once the disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. Nier nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look. If we can be of any help, said Nier, just ask. Now hold on. I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. The grimoire looked from Nier to the mayor and back again, his face filled with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident. Thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this world without your knowing of it. But yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. My God, he said. You're right. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is limitless, Engine, said Weiss. And dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again, forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of Nier and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Nier slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. Saw this man once before. Thought, but where? Nier's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident that they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and more moss-covered rock seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rock bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion, unhindered by either terrain or physical effort. He spent most of his time urging Nier to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Nier snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Nier leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can the stupid force be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Nier slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard, Weiss, what's going on? Nier could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in the tornado. The insects screamed, the force howled, and then, just as Nier's ears seemed to be ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zrit, 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 zrit. Shriek, shriek, shriek. Something like that. That's my interpretation of bugs, apparently. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Nier began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he said. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. One with it is lacking, two with it is ideal. agree with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages. Is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key of getting out of this place. Then, I leave it to you to answer. One with it lacking, two with the ideal, three is, which is, with it is dangerous. What is it? It's lacking a secret. With it is ideal. And secrets can be dangerous. What is it? Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Nier sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Nier like a ripping wave, opening a new path. These forest of arthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased as passing the test, Nier moved on with the new intensity. The path offered to his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on the path, their journey had purpose. Guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Nier after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Nier picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When light falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easily, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Nier grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through a window, but I break no glass. It's sunlight. Sunlight! A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, created a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look, said Nier, awakening Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled along the trees. That's weird, isn't it? I mean, who would have built a house all the way out here? Nier walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute, a solid banging, the door cracked open. A small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Nier. But before he could get any further, the cloaked man held up a hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Nier tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Weiss, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Nier. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? I have 4 legs in the morning. 2 at noon. Four legs in the morning. What time is morning? Let's see, that's 12, right? Okay. And 2 at noon. So noon is 12 o'clock. But at the end of the night at 3, so an angel, right? Let's see. A man. A man? A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Nier. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the force entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Nier watched, a mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Nier and Weiss returned to the forced entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he said. He cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His left hand grasped Nier's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and sprung him through the air. Gah! By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Nier withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the death dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Nier filled him on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Nier cocked his head. Hey, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your mindless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Nier and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Weiss. It is words that control the death dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor. The first time I've felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Nier shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an odd voice. We did it. I'm back, he blinked once and then again as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading throughout our village. I wanted to, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, and glanced at Nier and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lip. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swayed on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, and bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder. Wait, gotta do the wise voice. Superstition will only make our mission harder. We should not put our faith in the gods. I don't know, something like that. Mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is the home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Nier and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Nier mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, it's gonna sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. You tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figured it's just some kind of illusion created by Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. You gave the mayor a nod and smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong with the mayor and his words. What exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark execution magic. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Change to increase the number of spikes.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Don't overthink it. Don't make it harder than it should be. If it gets any harder, I'm gonna blame you, Weiss. I have to do more than talk for 30 minutes. It's gonna be a problem.